during quarantine, almost everyone's watching The Last Dance, and Michael Jordan's leadership style has been highlighted in the new documentary. His style of leadership is almost placing fear in his teammates to get them to perform. I think they respect him, but don't necessarily like him because he doesn't care about being friends with his teammates. He just wants them to perform at his level. Drew, let's start with you. What are your thoughts on his style, and what is your leadership style, on the field?
Yeah, well, listen, you can't argue Michael Jordan's accomplishments, and certainly what he was able to do with the 2 3-peats is pretty unprecedented. At a time when, that was an extremely competitive time in the NBA, right? When you looked at all the franchises, the Lakers, the Pistons, the Jazz, so many others that, that was great basketball during that era. I think what's great about that documentary is, you're obviously getting a lot of behind the scenes looks at kind of the team dynamics and what it took for them to win that championship during that last season. But I think at the end of the day, there's a balance with you as a leader. Listen, as a leader, you're not always the most popular guy because you have to at times make really tough decisions or do things that maybe are in the best interest of the team, and yet may not be the most popular decisions at the time. You might have to get after guys at times when it's not necessarily what they want, but at the end of the day, it's going to get the best out of them. And so I think that is your number one job as a leader, is how do you get the best out of your teammates? And I think that takes a lot of awareness on the part of the leader, because you may come at certain guys differently based upon their personality, right? Jordan was going to go at Pippen a different way that he would go at Rodman in regards to his leadership style and how he was going to get them motivated and get them going. So I think there's a lot of balance there. I think it's an extremely tough position, a very tough job. And yet, man, the great ones find a way to get the best out of their teammates based on whatever the style that is.
Wayne?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me. Yeah, and Drew, that was a great answer. Every athlete is different, and what we've seen with Michael Jordan is pretty unique and pretty rare. I had the good fortune to watch him play. I'm a little bit older, like some of us, but to me, him and Muhammad Ali were 2 of the greatest athletes that I can ever remember. Just really special. I live by a big slogan that. If you're going to talk the talk, you better walk the walk. And so your teammates look at you. They watch what you're doing. That means being the first guy at practice, being the first guy on the ice, having a love for being there and embracing his teammates. I sort of took a different approach. Mine was I want everyone to work hard. So the best way for me to show them my work ethic was by working as hard as I could every day. And so if you didn't work hard every day, you were going to get left behind. And fortunately, I played with some great Hall of Fame hockey players, and our team is made up of 20 players. And one guy can't win or lose a championship. You need everyone pulling on the rope at the same speed and the same motion. And so I was fortunate. I played with guys like Mark Messier and Paul Coffey and Hall of Famers that really were as hardworking as anybody who ever played the sport. So my attitude was I wasn't a yeller or a screamer. I was going to show teammates my work ethic and make sure that they jumped on board.